Hey, you know what's funny? Is every time I hear that jingle, I think of like some kind of a jazz bar or something. Dun. I just sit over here like Quagmire. My head starts going. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. What's going on, bud? How you doing?
Well, that was from the huge library of tones they give you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of them. But I kind of tend to search their library a lot, because
I do too.
I play with, and I think you just recently started putting some music behind what you're doing. So I
Mhm.
play with that, and I play with the sound effects, and I wish that their sound effects was a little bit bigger library than it is. But
Yeah.
I think at some point we're gonna have to make our own sound effects, and we'll like collab together or something, and we'll call them like Wayne and Mr. Techbot sound effects or something crazy.
The WayneBot sound effects.
That's right. We're on the WayneBot sound effect. Oh man, it's good to see you. So what's new? What's going on?
Oh man, a busy week. I've been so busy. My whole posting schedule has been off, and hopefully I'll get back on schedule next week. I ended up putting a post up on. Normally I try to upload on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but no, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I ended up posting up on Wednesday, and I still haven't posted up my second one, so it'll either be up tonight or tomorrow morning. So yeah, I just been off. There's been so much going on over here in the Techbot household that yeah, it's just
Hey, it happens.
Crazy.
It happens. I mean, it really does happen. I think this is the first week that I got my post back on schedule since we came back from Vegas. So this is the first week that they kind of got back on schedule. And I guess because of that, I feel kind of good. I mean, it's funny how that like affects your mood, right?
Exactly. But I did finally figure out, because I know you already announced yours real quick. Give a little plug, of course. I already found out for, because we're doing our Patreon giveaway next month or next week.
It's next week, right?
Next week already. And everyone already knows yours, but I haven't announced mine yet.
Uh-oh.
And so I just finally figured out what I'm going to do. Here, check this out.
I'm checking it.
I got it, and I was debating on keeping it. And I was like, but then again, I think I can find other ones. But I was really shocked when I opened it up how much the actual value is going for. And both Pop Price Guide and Funko seems to be relatively the same. So we're gonna go with the Disneyland Mickey Mouse.
That's a hot pop right there.
We're gonna go with the Disneyland. And what I love about these pops is the box. I don't know if you get a chance to see on the video, and I know it doesn't really show it very well because I got the light right up behind it. But the box has such an offsetting to it. It's not just that standard white that you always see. So it's really like that really cool box. And I mean, I wouldn't mind eventually getting, let's see if I can get it, the whole train set.
Yeah, I mean, so they kind of made those boxes look a little vintage, right? I mean, am I thinking about that right?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's more the vintage with the 65th anniversary and stuff like that. So I was like, I was looking at the other day, I said, that's going to be my giveaway this month.
That's a good one right there. I like that one. So where did you pick that one up?
Where did I get it?
Yeah, where'd you grab that one at?
I got that one from the Funko shop.
Oh, you got that one from the Funko shop? Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. So that's kind of wild, but it's a good looking pop. And I've seen those boxes, but I actually seen them at Hot Topic. And I didn't even know that they would have an exclusive, but they had Donald Duck doing
something. Donald's, I think, on the engine. Yeah, he's got the engine, the Casey Jr. engine.
Right. I'm having technical difficulties over here.
Too much sunlight.
I had too much sunlight, camera falling. I'm having all kind of technical difficulties.
It's all good.
It happens. So,
but yeah, other than that, like I said, so how was your week this week?
My week's been good. I had a break from Instagram, just in case, everybody out there that's wanting to know. I took a break from Instagram. It was my choice. They didn't put me in.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay. So I got put in Instagram jail this week, but hey, I'm back tomorrow. They're gonna let me come back tomorrow.
Yeah, this guy had to message me, earlier in the week and go, hey, is there any, since a lot of our followers are the same, can you post a message saying I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just in
Well,
Instagram jail.
I think I just kind of wanted everybody to know that I was in Instagram jail, and me and you've kind of talked about it a little bit, and I'm not going to go in a whole lot of detail, but basically they put me in jail for spamming.
Look, really spamming though.
I know
the funny thing.
I know it wasn't spamming. So I got reported for spamming because I unfollowed somebody. But the whole backstory to me unfollowing this person was me and him were going back and forth, and this whole rant over the Ninja Pop that I posted on there. And it's okay. It's neither here nor there. It's whatever. Sometimes people get dumb.
People don't want to take in other people's ideas. I guess I don't know.
No, it was pretty stupid. And you know what I noticed? I went to that post because look, I can still get on Instagram. I just can't like your stuff. I can't acknowledge that you posted me, you tagged me in something. I can't message you back, which is kind of weird. So what they did is they take all everything away from you but the ability to know that people are doing it. So I haven't even, it took me a couple of days, and I said I'm not even going to go look, because if I don't look, then I can respond to everything in order versus like trying to go back and figure out what order they came in and miss stuff. So I just kind of quit looking altogether. But it's been comical. I went back and looked at the whole Ninja post, and they actually took down like the whole like little rant we had going on, which was
really
which even confirms me more as to who it was.
It had to be, it had to been that whole situation.
Yeah. I mean, so
they just wanted to clear it out. It maybe because I know that there's a lot of, I think Facebook even just recently had made a new policy where, kind of trying to get the whole anti-bullying thing out. And maybe that's what they're partially considering this to be. I don't know.
Look, that's honestly what I think happened. And look, guys, I'm going to tell everyone here that I'm sorry that happened, but a lot of people don't know this. Chris knows this because I confide in Chris a lot when it comes to these subjects. For some reason, lately I have been getting a lot of trolls, and coming up to this individual putting a comment on this post, I had already had troll after troll after troll after troll. And I normally just delete the comment and I keep on going about my business and I don't pay any attention, but I just couldn't on this one. It was like the fuse was already lit. He said something, it was game. And I jumped on him and we went back and forth and back and forth. And then I got, my account taken down for a week. Oh, it's super funny. I wasn't laughing the first 2 days. The first 2 days I was pissed. Now it's funny. It's just whatever.
Just roll it off. The trolls are gonna come. The trolls are out. The more subscribers you get, the more you move up, the more of the trolls you're gonna get. Or I like to call keyboard warriors.
I mean, that's exactly what they are. But I think I called him a keyboard punk, like in our whole rant. And I think that all of that had some. Look, I let it go way too far, and I shouldn't have let it go that way. So I'm going to tell all you guys, I'm sorry that I even let somebody like that affect me. But I did at the point, and it's okay. Look, I'm just from now on, I'll just delete their stuff right away, and I won't get in a rant with them, because if you do and they report you, you're going to go in jail for 10 days. Yep. So it's just the way it goes. You just, it's dumb. It's dumb.
You gotta go with it, and I mean, I understand, especially if it's a bullying thing. Okay, I get it. That's definitely something. I think it's something good that they're doing to kind of get away from that, because again, what's funny is a person like that's never gonna, if they're face to face with you, they're never gonna come up to you and say these things. But because they're staring at a faceless screen and typing away, everybody feels that they're more open to saying whatever they want. It's something that they wouldn't normally even say to you, or normally maybe just keep it in their head. I don't know. But, everyone feels that, because they got a keyboard in front of them, that everything's open game to whatever. I mean, I've gotten lots of trolls in the past. And definitely not as much as you guys. I know I've gotten a lot of trolls about my weight. I know it is what it is, guys. So guess what? I just tried. I mean, I think I tried to combat them in the beginning. And then I just said, you know what? I'm not even gonna go down that route. I'm not gonna go down that path. I'm just gonna delete their message, and I'm just gonna move about my day.
Well, that's normally what I do, but like I said, I think the fuse was already lit when he started talking to me. The fuse was lit, and I just ran with it, and I shouldn't have ran with it. But look, the funny thing is that I think that I'm a pretty nice guy. I mean, if you see me in the street, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to act like we're friends, right? I mean, I'm not going to come across in a negative way, and I don't like negative people. So it's just it's weird to me that people are so willing to be negative to someone else, and they don't even read the whole comment. That's what I think threw me over the edge, is that you don't even read the whole post. You read 2 words and then you start like trying to just knock away at somebody.
Well, it could also be a thing where maybe they read the whole comment but they didn't understand it. Or
that could have
they
been
read it. They read it so fast it was, it wasn't emphasized enough in their own head of really what you were saying. So, I mean, what's the common cause for most problems in the world? Miscommunication.
Yeah, well, I'm with you now, and I'm just going to
ain't that the truth?
I'm just going to take a lesson from you, and I'll just start deleting them and not worrying about it and move on about my business. But it is what it is. So now everybody knows that I'll be out tomorrow. So if I didn't catch up with you, I'll try and catch up with you tomorrow. I promise I will. If I don't catch up with you tomorrow, it will be day after. But I'm going to get with you eventually. Gonna get with you eventually.
I even went on, I think, right after our phone call yesterday. It's like, I'm gonna start doing a quick YouTube or a quick Instagram live every Thursday. Going about what we're talking about and stuff like that. I think I think that's kind of fun.
Speaking of that, you're missing an opportunity by not sending this to your Instagram as well. I kind of thought about that the other day, and I meant to say something, but I just say something now. You should really be sending this over to your Instagram as well.
I send it over to my Facebook, so my Facebook followers do get to see it. But for some reason, StreamYard isn't connected to Instagram yet. For some reason.
Garbage.
Not sure why.
Well, Instagram's about garbage to go live with. I had the hardest kind of time with them forever. Until not live, just the posting a video. So I still have not got to where I can post a video that I've edited. Just so if I sit down and edit the video and then I go through like the whole For More 9 and try and get it on Instagram, for some reason it still doesn't convert right, even though For More 9 says that it's converted right. I don't know. So I
know they got all kinds of rules between uploading and having those longer videos. You got to have so many followers and this and that. There's too many rules.
It's a lot of rules. It's kind of
so. Anyways, guys, we have not been ignoring this chat over here. You guys have been phenomenal. I have been watching some of these comments, and
I haven't been watching.
Of course, the normal harassment of Wayne and jail. And I think Comic Book Poser is going to be a new troll of yours.
Hey, well, I mean, I get them all the time. It's whatever. I mean, just stay positive in your trolling, and I'm okay with it. As long as it's a positive troll. Look, I love like constructive criticism. If somebody came at me and said, hey, man, your video, if you moved the light a little to the left, you would get this shadow that would set this way. Look, I would take that. I'd be like, thank you. But to come on and be like, your video's garbage, whoa. It's the wrong way to come across. If you're going to criticize me, at least give me a way to fix it.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, I've gotten weird comments about Wade or even my videos. And sometimes I'm just like, hey, that's your comment. That's your opinion. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. Have a nice day.
How hateful people are. They're so hateful that they got to attack somebody based on their body image. It's garbage. Anyways, let's move on and see the chat room. I see that we got lots of good people over there.
Let's get to the chat room real quick. We have who we got right up front in the beginning. We got Dread Phoenix AMX. New person in the chat. Haven't seen this name before. So again, welcome to you. And of course, anybody that is new to the chat, we always want to welcome you guys. Hopefully this is something you guys enjoy. We just come on here and have a lot of fun. So if it's something you enjoy, definitely don't forget to hit those subscribe buttons and like buttons on down below. Sorry, I had to get that plug in real fast.
Hey, no, you get that plug in.
We got our man of many. What do I want to use? The man of the most amount of information and our fact checker, JKL Awesome.
JKL is definitely the fact checker of the channel. I've just never seen anybody that had so much knowledge ever.
I think he's still looking at himself in that giant 10-inch Mandalorian.
Is that what it is? Oh, I like JKL.
All right. We also have the troublemaker of all troublemakers, Bearded Barbarian Collectibles. We've got Vinyl Figure Fan at new one to the chat. I had him. I just seen a comment from him on another Instagram post. I made a comment with somebody. I can't even remember what it is anymore. But he had come back on and said, "Hey, this show's awesome. Love it. Hey, thank you for the appreciation and the call out there. I do appreciate it." We got our buddy Chris rocking over there at
What's up,
K&L Collectibles. We got John Lockwood. John Lockwood has been a really good follower of ours for a little while. So John, I always thank you for coming and joining us. Of course, we've got one of our great moderators, Wayne's wife. We've got all the way from Japan. We've got K Titus. What's going on? Konnichiwa. We have Andy Roberts. Andy Roberts, what's going on? I think, yeah, this is like the second time he's been on. Thanks for coming back on again. I do appreciate it. Says evening, been looking forward to your stream all day. Hey,
that's awesome.
We like to hear that. We like to hear that. So thank you as always. Of course, we've got Remy, the comic book poser. His first comment: poop. Maybe he's got something on his mind. I don't know.
Trying to tell us something.
Hey, everyone's got to take care of their business.
He's my new troll.
You're just gonna start getting poop comments all the time on your videos.
You're all right.
He's gonna get that poop emoji going for you.
That's all right.
We've got my buddy Donald Newman all the way over in California saying, "What's going on, fellas? What's up, man? I appreciate you coming and joining us." He's always got another great channel. Comes up with all kinds of cool, fun stuff. He's kind of more on the side with Wayne, though. I think he gets more of the stuff that he just likes.
Oh wait,
I'm not the mystery boxer like me and Beer.
Donald, I'm definitely gonna have to check your channel out if you're actually collecting what you want to collect.
Donald, actually, funny part about it, Donald, when I first started getting in the community, Donald's one of the very first guys that because I started reaching out to different people to try to talk to people. Donald's one of the very first guys that actually responded back to me, and we started talking and stuff like that. And so he's an awesome dude. Donald's great video, great YouTuber. We've got Mrs. Techbot After Dark joining us as always, and she came around with the vintage look. The word's too fancy.
Yeah.
Too fancy.
Oh, well.
We've got all the way from Australia the Funko Fridge. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on? I haven't talked to him in a while. I normally talk to him every once in a while. I'm going to have to reach out to him soon.
Yeah, I've sometimes him and I hit it up on Instagram and chat and stuff like that. He's still got something great going on. He pulls some good stuff over there, and especially with that crazy shipping they got going on, man. It's more power to him. All right. Yeah, in front and coming Drew, Remy had said that he was going to be your new troll. Funko Freak said, yeah, he got a troll in his last live. It sucks. It is what it is, but usually, you can have some good moderators. We have some fantastic moderators on both of our channels that are able to nab those pretty quickly. And I know when I have my 500 subscriber giveaway, we had somebody kind of upset about something and started going, and like I said, our moderators nabbed it. Person didn't like it. Guess what? It is what it is. That's what they're there for. Exactly. JKO says, "LOL, you guys would be surprised how little I actually know." I do not believe that. I think that
for some reason I think that's garbage.
I think that's a flat out lie.
Yeah.
I completely think that's a flat out lie. So, anyways, it's been a week in the Funko virtual, whatever you want to call it. It's been a busy week, 2 weeks, whatever it is. It's been crazy between the failed lottery of the New York Comic Con, between the really unadvertised Walmart Con, and the always very limited supplies of Target Con.
Target Con, that's an interesting one. You know what? I'm still not even 100% sure that Target Con's a real thing. I know that I
don't
see
think so either.
Well, I know that I see people
Walmart
with,
Con.
I know that I see people with their bags, right? And they're like, "Oh, Target Con," and they make their videos. But here's what I'm going to say. Every time I see that there's a Target Con or a Walmart Con, I used to go to Target and I would wait at the door and I would be the only person in there, and I would ask them about a Target Con and they would look at me like I was on drugs. And I would think, well, maybe there's not a Target Con. And then some months later, I would go in there and I'd see a T-shirt with a box. It would say Target Con on it. And I would think, when did this come in? So there's 3 Walmarts in my area. None of them have any Walmart Con pops. I haven't been to the Target because I'm just convinced that Target Con's not a real thing. I would like to see if the chat room's going to tell us it's a real thing or not. And Remy, don't go put 10,000 comments on my stuff because I do read my comments. Bearded Barbarian, no, I did not get my wormy yet. It is still on pre-order for Entertainment Earth, which means it's going to take at least another 2 months after you get yours, and I'm okay with that. I'm not complaining. Entertainment Earth just takes a little longer to get than for Funko Shop for some reason. I don't even understand why. But if you
I actually just added another pre-order with Entertainment Earth the other day.
Hey, I love Entertainment Earth. I really do when it comes to their pre-orders. And so my Biggie album I actually had ordered through Big Apple Collectibles. And so, well, I mean, because I've had it ordered since the beginning of the year. So, you know, and at some point I quit ordering stuff from Big Apple Collectibles. So when it came up for sale on the Funko shop, I just canceled the order, which I know probably sounds bad, but I don't really buy anything from Big Apple Collectibles.
It's not like when you pre-order with these companies, you don't get charged for it initially. Right. It's just like a holding spot. So, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I ended up I got something that I decided I wanted because I had my soda pop. They finally just shipped it, the one I ordered back in June, and then I had the zombie Wolverine, the glow in the dark one. That looks exactly like the zombie Wolverine I already have, but I digress. That's a different topic for a different day. And but I had to have the glow one, so I ordered that one, and then I decided, you know what, I see something that really brings back to my childhood, something I haven't done for a long time because I haven't had a means to play it. But I got a Master Chief from Halo. There's something about Halo. Halo was my game for many, many years. I mean, I remember back in the day.
So is it the clear one?
No. It's just a regular brown one. It's coming out. They're bringing like 3 or 4 new ones out. And I think it's mainly because for Halo, the new Halo that's just coming out with the new Xbox system. But it brings back memories for me because, dude, me and my friends were so diehard into this. We would have I'd have 2 friends bring over a TV. I had a TV, and this is back before flat screen, so they were like the TVs with the backing on them, and we have the whole hub, and we'd sit there in a room and have all 4 TVs going in a room playing Halo.
Now, see, we never did that, but we used to do that with Doom. So do you remember when you could take your PlayStations and hook them together? So we would hook our PlayStations together and then put the TVs back facing each other so that you couldn't like screen snipe somebody. So we'd have TV here, and then a person on each side, almost like you're at the arcade or something, so that they couldn't screen snipe you. So we did that with Doom. I never did that with Halo. But Halo was a game
pretty much the same thing.
Halo was a game that I really gotten into, but I think that the clear one's awesome. I haven't seen the one you're talking about, but I have seen the clear one.
Well, and I've seen the clear one too, and I heard that one's hard to get, so I've never really worried too much about it. But like I said, I saw the Master Chief, and I'm like, you know, I just have to. In fact, I even read. I was so into Halo that I even read the original book. Just the first one. I know there's multiple ones after that, but I read the original book, so I understood what the history of some of these the main character John 117, and it was really cool to read and learn about that. Like I said, I was so into it, but I haven't had an Xbox for like probably 5 years now. I just haven't played it.
Disgrace, you're saying. I still have an Xbox. I still like my Xbox. I haven't played it in a really long time. I probably a year now since I really sat down and played video games. But if you ever want to play, we can play Brawlhalla all you want. I mean, that's my game of choice.
I was still saying that one of these days I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna start a Twitch stream, not because I'm any good, but because again, it just gives even the people in the chat opportunities to come in and hang out with us some more and play some video games and stuff like that. And I'm not one of those annoying people playing video games, but I talk to myself a lot.
Oh, I really like to talk shit while I'm playing video games. I don't know what it is. There's something about that video game that just makes like that stuff flow out of my mouth really well. And that's probably why I didn't play it as much as I used to, because it flows really well. And it's a lot of fun though. If you ever want to play Brawlhalla though, for real, I mean, I'm game.
I gotta check that one out.
It's really fun. But you got to get about four guys together, and then before you know it, y'all are all talking shit, so it becomes absolutely hysterical. It's some dumb little game where you knock somebody off a cliff. So there's all 4 of y'all. Like, it's a blast. We
gotta figure out how we can live stream that.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Have fun with that.
That one's a blast. So I see that.
Anyway, back to the cons. JK K&L Collectibles It's so close.
I know.
Says his wallet is destroyed. I was gonna fear that originally, but unfortunately, I got some from Target, not because I bought them, because I had some people that started texting me, "Hey, I'm at Target. I got these. You want them?" I'm like, "Sure."
I really didn't get any. I mean, I'm just gonna stick to that. I mean, I don't know if we're ready to talk about that, but yeah, everybody knows that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? I mean, we're all aware of that, right? I'm wearing my pink. See my pink?
I did forget to put. I got kind of reddish.
Got my pink on. So
I should wear more Black Widow shirt.
Yeah, I mean, so this is the month where I have have a stockpile of pink shirts that I start to pull out. I have two of them that are American fighters, which are these two, which they like sponsored and donated money to the whole like breast cancer research. And then I just have other shirts that are we're in it together, different stuff like that. I love this month because I just get to throw on my pink all month long. Nobody gets to call me a sissy or nothing like that. For all you trolls out there, I already know I'm a sissy. You don't have to troll me with it. Look, I already know. You can't troll me if I know this, right? I mean, everybody should be smashing.
Not going to surprise me with it any means.
No, you're not surprising me. Everybody should be smashing that like button. Thank you, Candyman. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. And I know Beard said he's got an Xbox One. It's currently being used as a coaster.
Yeah, I mean, mine hasn't been used in forever.
And I think that's even with us because, a lot of times there's so much going on. I don't have any time to play it. Really.
Yeah, that's really the thing is you have to like juggle, right? When you decide that you're going to upload videos on a pretty regular basis and you're going to work and you're going to take care of your house and your family, and it becomes this huge juggling act, right? And sometimes you just something sits by the wayside, and that's video games for me. They sit by the wayside. They'll still be there.
Chase is saying that that's of course vintage Nintendo all day. And Chase was saying, Wayne, he got his Miles Morales, and I am extremely jealous of you because for me, out of all of these items that came out this week, there's really only two that I wanted, and I didn't get either.
Hey, look,
I wanted that. I wanted that street art, and I wanted that zombie Daredevil. Disappointed.
So I'm ready to talk about it if you're ready to talk about it, because I don't look. I'm more curious of how the chat feels. I've seen that the Bearded Barbarian said that they were successful in pissing everybody off. I mean, so I've seen that comment, right?
Well, we did have somebody, and I want to go back to that real quick. We did have somebody that was successful. Because it's kind of my mine from the San Diego one. I was successful. Pop Culture says he was surprisingly successful this time around. It sucks that people weren't able to get all their stuff. Hey, I'm happy that you got successful. You were able to get the ones you want. But I think we start from the top. We start from the top on the New York Comic-Con, and the ultimate biggest fail in this entire thing was that lottery system.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you started right there, because when I think the top, I think at the lottery system is where it all started. So they say that they were combating the bats with the lottery system, and I think that is a great job. We're going to combat the bots with the lottery system. It sounds good in theory, but I'm going to put my 2 cents in. I think everybody needs to quit using the term bot. I think we used bot and we think robot, right? It's a software. It's a program that you can change.
It's still a person that has to put those in place.
Right. It's a person who sits down with software and he puts in it what he wants it to do, and the software does what he wants it to do based on the commands he gave it. It's not a robot.
We need to convert them more as scalpers. It's just like selling tickets. They're scalpers. That's all they are.
So we need to start right there and change that thought process, because when you say bot, you think, oh, it's a robot or it's a computer that does all the work. That's not the case, right? It's a person with the software that sits there, and anybody can get this software. And look, I would tell y'all the names of the 2 major softwares out there if I didn't think that there was such a disgrace to give somebody credit that doesn't deserve any credit. So I'm not going to. It's a software, it's a program, right, that you put into. So they just turned the program onto the lottery system. So, and whereas you had one entry that goes into the lottery system because I go in there, I join the fan club, and it puts me in there. Now they just joined the fan club 10,000 times. I mean, they just turned it on Funko's system, which is funny because Funko swears that their tech guys are like on top of it, and they combat it. And oh man, I could go on about this for days. We could have this conversation.
Well, see, here's my thing. I respect the fact that, again, like you said, I respect the fact that they were making an attempt. They're making an attempt.
Yes.
I get that, but in your attempt was an ultimate fail because the bots or the scalpers. Let's reference them as scalpers because I think that's what they got their invitations.
Yes,
and
yes,
they
definitely did
it.
Yes,
they got their invitations where a lot of the rest of us did not. I did not get an invitation. Wayne didn't get an invitation. I know a lot of people didn't get invitations. I say at this point, if we know that these scalpers are getting into these lotteries, at least give the rest of us out there an equal opportunity to combat them all at the same time.
Well, here's the funny part, though, is that these people went so far as to post pictures of their email on Instagram showing where they had a whole list of you won the lottery. They had a whole screenshot full of you won. So they had all of those opportunities to go on there and shop. Funko wants to come at us sideways, and they just did it here recently in one of their. I'm going to read this to y'all just because I want you to know that it's quote unquote right. So I took a screenshot of this just so that I could read this to you, so that you can get an idea as to what Funko thinks about us, like as collectors. They say many of us claim this year that it is that the bots, have infiltrated us, which is false, right? Funko did their due diligence in moving every identifiable bot account possible from the pool of candidates. Successfully speaking, the chances of multiple accounts from the same person occurring is extremely unlikely. And then check this out. That's one thing, right? That if they left the post at that, we would say, oh man, I get what they're saying. But then they said, and now we return to our regularly scheduled program. Well, period. I mean, post. Take your social media account away from that toddler that you're handing it to and speak to us like we're grown. What do you mean? Let's get back to our program. No, I mean post. Come on. Come on. But here's the other side to that. Companies, because there's a lot of companies like Super Plastics is one of them that combat bots, and they don't do it anything like this. They do it on a very simple basis. They go over to eBay as soon as the whole thing is done. So as soon as they drop the sale, and they go over to eBay right afterwards. And if you're immediately selling your stuff on eBay and they can take that email address and link it to one that has purchased something, they take your purchase away. And then they offer it to someone who really wants it. So, and they offer it. So look, I have personally got an email from Super Plastics that says, hey, we know this sold out, but we managed to get one. Would you like it? Yeah, absolutely. I would like it. That's their way of combating combating scalpers, not bots, scalpers. If you put it on eBay, the second that it's bought, they turn right around, cancel your order, and then give it to someone who wants it. They did not do that. Funko has not done that to this date. Today, I went on eBay, and you can find account after account after account after account that has 5, 10, 15, 20 of the same con pop for sale. The same con pop.
Well, and just like we said during the New York City Comic or the San Diego Comic-Con one, really the only way that us as a community is going to be able to really defeat these scalpers, virus, bots, whatever you want to call them, whatever your choice of words is there. The only way we're going to beat these guys, don't pay the prices.
That's
not pay the prices because as we've seen with San Diego, what happened to San Diego? What happened to Black Lightning that was selling for $500-$700? How much can you get it for right now? And it's only 2 months later.
Look, we've said it again and again and again. Do not go to the secondary market and buy them. Look, listen to me when I say this. Don't even go in 2 months and buy it. If you missed it, miss it. Stay missing it. Just stay. Because let me tell you what happens, and I'm going to tell you the way Hustlenomics works. This is Hustlenomics for anyone who don't understand it. I'm going to sell something at $150. I have 20 of them. At the point you quit paying $150, I drop it back to what I have in them because I've already sold 5 of them at $150. That paid for all of them that I have sitting there. And now I just sell these at cost. No, stop. Just quit. And they still make money.
You know what's going to happen too with even these companies that did like Big Apple Collectibles, and I know we point them out a lot because we've clearly seen them do it. But what's going to happen? Those guys that use the bots that bought up a whole bunch. Guess what happened after the San Diego one? From what I talked to a lot of people that got Big Apple Collectible mystery boxes. Guess where all those Funkos ended up going that they didn't
get
sell?
rid of them somehow.
They got in the mystery boxes. So you got it for a whole lot less, anyways.
And yes, Funko Fridge. I've had a new mic for I don't know. It's been a while now, but it is a new one. It's been there for a while. Are you seeing those in mystery boxes now? Do you get mystery boxes?
I have.
You have.
I've seen the current San Diego ones. I haven't received them yet. I just opened up the one from Spastic Collectibles, which that box is extremely disappointing because it seemed like it was a hot topic. Didn't sell shelf liquidation box. Very disappointed in them. I may still give them one more chance to see what it is. I do have a box I'm excited for in the closet from Galactic Collectibles. I do like them a lot. They have really good price boxes, and I've had really good luck with them in the past. So, but I have seen other people's videos. People are pulling the San Diego Comic-Con pops. I mean, they're not pulling Jack in the Box or Black Lightning, but they're definitely pulling ones that have San Diego or at least a shared sticker on them.
So I see the Bearded Barbarian. Could you throw his comment up there? He said that there's a glitch in checkout, so he was trying to.
Let me go back to that one.
Yeah, so this is what happened to me in the San Diego con. So as I was trying to check out, it did it 3 or 4 times. It finally accepted it, and then it kicked me entirely out of the site. I'm going to be 100% honest. I am pretty sure that that's a bot of some sort. I know that no one. Yes, I know that no one's ever going to admit that, but they have checkout bots as well. So I can turn my bot on a checkout. We're not going to say bot. We'll say software. I can turn my software onto the checkout, and it'll actually rob the stuff out of your cart and put it in mine. So there's so many tricks to this that the way they're doing it is juvenile. Okay, the way they're combating these people is juvenile, and these people call them out on Instagram, which is funny. And I'm not going to say the guy's name, but I think everybody has heard of this flipper, and his name starts with Flip. Is where I'm going to leave that. He notoriously came out and said, "I'm glad that y'all did a lottery. That's awesome. We're going to eat it up." And look, he didn't make no beef about it, that it was garbage, and it's a juvenile way of combating them. The best way that they're ever going to do it is to simply go to eBay. And if you put your stuff on eBay, you take the email address that's linked to that account, you check your order. If that email address is in the order, you cancel their order. That's the only way it's ever going to work.
But Funko's not going to do that because, again, what's their ultimate goal? I mean, in this entire thing is just to sell everything they have. Whether they sell them to bots or whether they sell them to the collectors, it doesn't really as much as they want to say they're going to protect. Because I think at this point, we've gone through the Emerald City Con, we've gone through the San Diego Con, we've gone through the Dwight debacle, we've gone through the New York City Con. At this point, I would rather them just stop trying and let us take our own chances against these guys.
Well, I mean, so you said the key word.
That's my 2 cents.
You said the key word. You said that they're going to accept the money no matter how they can get it. And I'm going to agree with you on that. It is, they care less whether it's a person, whether it's software, whether it's a company. They don't care who's buying the pops. And here's why. Their stock has dropped 86% since last September. I want you to think about that for a minute. 86%. You can buy their stock right now for $5.30 something when I checked on it earlier today. So I can buy Funko stock for $5.30 something, whereas last year it would have cost me 83% more to purchase that same stock. Their shareholders have been suing them now for a year over they're saying that they overly inflated it, that they didn't handle the company right. I mean, there's a whole backstory going on. So you're right. They don't care. As long as they are getting money and they're getting paid, they don't care how they're getting it.
Look at this. This is right here funny. And Fridge, what did that YouTuber pay for that box, that mystery box? Was that a high-end mystery box? Was that a basic mystery box? You're pulling a Black Lightning. I know I have one. I got it just to try to see if I could get it because it was showing high dollar because it is. And do I think the Black Lightning will go back up in value? Yes, it's a limited run, but the scout, that's what these scalpers are doing to this entire market right now, really. And if you think about it, as we've talked about Funko being an ecosystem, as you know, Dr. Applesauce has put it, you know, perfectly. It's an ecosystem, and what they're doing is not only is Funko just tossing these out there, letting these guys do this, and going from there, and then also in this case, limiting us by not getting a lottery ticket, limiting us from having the chance. They're raising these things up real fast. But the thing is, like we said, wait. You're gonna find them. You're gonna get them. Do not pay these high prices. It's gonna drop. And the thing is, ones like Black Lightning is, I think, only valued at like between $80. It's dropped down that much. And the thing is, it will go back up because it's only a 1,500 pop run. So it will go back up.
Yeah,
but
it's going to go back up.
Once the fluctuation changes and it gets set aside, especially once that thing eventually vaults in a long time from now, but it'll go up. Just hold on to it. If you got it or if you didn't get it and you want it, wait, because you will find these things.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's definitely going to go back up in value. And Funko really needs to. None of it. It doesn't offend me that I didn't get the pops from their website. It doesn't offend me that I only picked up a couple of the con pops from my local GameStop. None of that offends me. What offends me is the way they talk to us and the way they communicate with us. Like they've let a juvenile person take over their social media and then try and give us. It's almost like they're trying to say that you're stupid and we're sorry that you're complaining, but we know that your complaints don't really mean anything. So they fell on deaf's ears. And this is what I think about it. Now back to my regularly scheduled program. No, I mean post. What? Come on, man.
Hold on, guys. We're at $50. That guy pulled a Black Lightning 1,500 total quantity for $50. See, nice. This is what I'm saying. All these people that bought all these and they can't move them because the rest of us realize we're not going to pay those high prices. They're going to stick them in Mr. Box.
That was nice. But, you know, like I said,
sorry. I did want to go back on a comment that Pop Culture did make. You know, he just said, I honestly don't think they'll ever fix this. Nope. Wish I could just go in person. Yes, I would love. Trust me, I think my wife would. I think I'd go bankrupt if I went to the Funko shop in Washington, to be honest with you. But or even in Hollywood. But I don't think they're ever going to fix it because here's the only other way that I'm eventually hoping it goes back to. Next year, cons come back.
Yes.
The real lotteries happen again.
Let me tell you what's sad, though, is I think that they're going to keep this same.
I do, too.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop. I think now that they're gonna double dip, right? They're going to sell them at the con with con labels, and then they're going to sell the shared labels on their website. But I'm going to tell you that I actually got up today. I went to GameStop. My GameStop doesn't open until 12. You know how all of the COVID changed like their opening times. So I got there. I waited. I was the second person in line. I picked up the couple that I wanted. That reminded me a whole lot of post-COVID, right? Before the whole COVID nonsense, that's what we had to do anyways. So that actually made me feel normal. I said, you know, I've done this. I've been here. I've done that. No big deal. And I'm still not upset with the way things happen. I'm just upset with the way like Funko wants to lie to us. And I feel like their CEO is more concerned about being on their social media than he is about actually, you know, trying to protect his brand. And that's what's going to happen is eventually they're going to tarnish their brand so much if they're not careful, they're not going to be able to come back. And then some other company is going to slide in and take over. Now, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but it happens with everybody at some point. At some point, if you think about the stuff that's been around, it has had its rise and it has had its fall. And if they're not careful, they're going to find that fall.
Yes. And quick draw, I do agree with you on this, and I think that's why every chance Wayne and I get, we whether it's new people coming into the show and watching us, if we can emphasize anything to anybody, is don't pay the scalper prices, and if that person can pass that along, the more we can get that passed along, the better I think the rest of the community can get. And the thing with Funko, yes, and in fact we even had our fact checker over here hitting the numbers up, but. You know, the one thing you got to remember with Funko is, as sad as I wish it would just go back to the cons. Man. I think Funko is making way too much money doing this And I think that, first of all, their CEO needs to do one of two things: either step back or just get back into his office and stop selling Fortnite pops. Sorry, I had to add that one in there. But
come on. Oh, come on. That was a little bit of a low blow for all the fun for the Fortnite people. Come on, man.
sorry, I had to throw that one in there. I had to.
Look, I mean, it's never going to change. Look, I'm ready for the whole COVIDness to go away. That way that we don't have to deal with any of this nonsense. If we want them, we can go get them in person. That's going to be my personal life goal, is to go to these cons and just get them in person. That way I don't have to deal with somebody in a program somewhere trying to look. If I'm standing in line and someone tries to jerk me out of my place in line, they're not going to have to worry about me complaining on Instagram. I mean, we're going to complain right then and there. So it's not going to be an issue, and shortly we will be back to that.
See, we have to, by this comment alone, we definitely got to try, and I know, of course, it's always hard with people's schedules and whatnot, but man, the three of us got to try, if not next year, the year after that, we got to try to get together and do a live show at the New York Con. Yeah, I would absolutely love that.
JKL, you can guarantee that my personal goal next year is to go to these cons in person. Yeah. I mean, only because we never know what's going to happen next. I mean, for all we know, in 2022, we're going to have some other pandemic, and we're not going to. So never know. When they open back up, my personal goal is to try and get to these things so that I can.
And Wayne and I have talked about this too, yes, of traveling to these shows together. And doing this show, maybe that's why we need a show name. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but maybe that's why we need a show name. But we have talked about going there and just doing straight up live events with the two of us over there. I mean, of course, we're going to do separate videos for our own channels. But I mean, to be there and do live events there as well, I think that'd be awesome.
Epic. Did you hear the epicness come out of your mouth when you said that? Epic. Lives at the cons. Oh, that is epic. Epic talk. So I'm going to continue to talk about the con for a minute, but I'm going to get off that rant because it's a rant, and I'm not going to quit collecting pops because of it. No. Anyways, so did you know that Funko gave Top Pops every one of the con pops?
Yeah, I watched that video.
I was actually disappointed with that one. I'm not mad at him. If they sent them to me, I would gladly take them.
Oh, no. That's okay. By that comment I made, I'm not mad at Top Pops.
No, I don't.
It just like even that tech review that it's been a year since I've done a tech review. But if you're going to send me something, hell yeah, I'm going to do a video on it. Why not? I can't fail Top Pops for getting to where he is. I mean, the guy has done classy videos. He's made great content. I've talked to him once or twice. He's a nice guy. I can't blame him on that, but I mean, it to me, it's like it was a slap in the face to the rest of us.
Yep.
That they couldn't get any of them or didn't get in the lottery. It was a complete slap to the face.
Definitely
to all of us. Yes. It's like, seriously?
Yes. Yep. Funko said, "Hey, for all you guys out there that aren't worthy of me sending them to you for free, we're gonna make you suffer."
But Top Pops, don't take anything. I fully respect you getting it. If you get them to send it to you, more power to you. I still love your show. I still subscribe to your show. Because I think he makes great content. I honestly do.
Yeah, I don't know about. I think that his content's a little bit more for the younger generation than maybe our generation, but he does make great content. I like watching some of the stuff he does with what happens when a Funko sits in Mountain Dew for a week.
Oh yeah,
I like watching.
Real cool
I like watching that stuff when he does that. I don't really watch his unboxing videos because I don't really think they're unboxing videos. But I'm going to be honest. If Funko sent me every pop, I would have accepted them. And like you said, I wasn't upset with him. It was kind of a slap in the face from Funko, though, for all of us who have to go out and weather the fight to get them. They're like, "Oh, well, here you go, man. Here you go. We're just gonna slide these over."
I mean, if you're any YouTuber, any person that you've built yourself up, you've built this brand. That's what we all aspire to build ourselves on. If you made it to that point, you put these years in, and you got to that point where they gave it to you, you'd be dumb not to take it. Come on.
Look, I think it was kudos to him. Great job is all I could say. I mean, great job.
Jesse, though, I do agree with you that maybe get one of those panel rooms for us YouTubers. I agree with that. Would
get one of those what?
You know how awesome that would be? Get one of those panel rooms for that. Basically, the media passes, are they? So they give you your own panel rooms.
You can get a media pass. I think now I didn't try to get one for the Chicago Con because I just didn't feel like my following was big enough. But I guarantee you, for every con I go to from here on out, I'm at least going to apply.
I'm going to apply for the media pass.
I mean, I think you still have to pay for it. I don't think that they give it to you for free. But
I think if you have you're a silver button 100,000 subscriber YouTuber, I guarantee you they send them to you. But
no, for sure.
But for the rest of us, I'm sure we can apply for them, and we still got to pay for it. But man, I take the media pass all day.
Well, I even think we can get them. I mean, I think that we qualify to get a media pass. I'm going to try for everyone I go to here in the future.
If we're going to be there sponsoring that show all weekend. I mean, come on.
I am going to apply for it, and whether I get it. Look, if I don't get it, I'm not upset with them. That goes a lot back, and a lot of people don't know this, that I've actually tried.
Good luck, Fabian.
So, Fabian, is he leaving us? Hey, Fabian, have a good night. But
he says he's about to go hunting.
That's right.
Right now for con pops. Good luck. Yes, good luck. That's all I got to tell you. Good luck.
So I actually tried to get with Entertainment Earth at some point to get some kind of discount code for everybody. And they didn't necessarily tell me no. They just told me that I needed a little bit bigger following. And I had great conversations with those guys, and I wasn't upset with them for telling me that my following needed to be a little bigger. I mean, they have to, basically what they told me is that it costs them money to do stuff like that. So they have to be able to warrant their process in doing it. And for the crowd, they can get back in return. So I wasn't upset with them. I think getting told no is a good thing. That just means that you got to push a little harder to get to where you're going. So even if they told me no, I'd still go. It wouldn't stop me.
Yeah. Real quick, I was backtracking on some of these comments real quick. Pop Teat, I know we already beat this thing with Dead Horse. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll fill you in a little bit more on the information with that one, on how much of a fail it was. But I think unless we want to get Wayne on another whole rant,
no, you're going to get me all wound back up. I'm trying to unwind that crank button back there. Somebody cranked it up already once a day. I think it's still being in Instagram jail. Maybe I'm having Instagram withdrawals or something. Who knows?
Maybe, you never know. But yeah, I know a lot of people, and I think it would be absolutely great, especially a lot of us content creators out there. Jesse Lou, my buddy Tori over at Unuseful Unboxing. I think it would be awesome to be able to meet up with people at these cons. I mean, we all talk to each other through cameras, but it'd be great to meet up at cons. I think for Wayne and I, just because we do the show together, I mean, we would love to be able to travel to all these cons together and just bring these shows to you.
Yes, I mean,
I think that right there is our ultimate goal, especially even to go to San Diego.
That'd be so much fun. Look, that is my goal this year, is to get out to some of these cons. And look, I want you to be there with me. And if anybody else wants to meet us there, then hit us up on our Instagrams and say, hey, look, I'm going to be there, or maybe I'm planning to be there. And look, we can make something happen. I mean, look, we're always willing to work with other people. It's always a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see everybody at cons, and whether I think that if whole 4 days there'd be nothing but not only focusing on the con, but doing so many cross collaborations would be. It's just you never don't know anything. Anything would be possible at that point.
I mean, we can play a game at that point. We can all have mystery box battles. I love going to cons. I'm gonna make it a point this year, though. They always got mystery boxes, all kind of good stuff at the cons.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward, and I hope that at least they get back to that point where the con pops go back to the cons. But like you said, I do agree with you. I think they're making far too much money doing these virtual things that I think to an extent, it's gonna stay being with everybody. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop. And Funko Fridge is going really good. So we're doing virtual cons, not virtual cons. You hear me? So we're doing virtual swim meets this month and next month, and then I think we're going to reevaluate in December exactly what we're doing. We're probably right now we're only doing a swim meet a month, which is just virtual, and there's 10 or 12 teams that are participating in these virtual meets. But then in December, because of the regulations are coming off of us here in the States, we're going to start getting back into the real swim meets where there's high energy, lots of fun, and I can't wait for those. Look, I don't even buy clipboards anymore. I've done broke so many of them. They got too expensive to keep on the pool deck with me. So I don't have clipboards now. I just scream as loud as I can at people and try and get kicked off the pool deck, which has almost happened, by the way, twice. I mean, twice I've almost got like kicked off the pool deck, which is about hysterical. And I've almost pushed some officials into the water a couple of times, but that's neither here nor there. And I love the whole like competition in swimming. How's your daughter doing in it, by the way?
Oh, but by the way, I had to comment on this because Barbarian, the word panel van, wormy, and wiener.
Oh man, that doesn't go together.
Don't go in the same sentence.
That is not in the same sentence.
That's a whole bad all around. Yeah, no.
That's a horrible idea. I mean, why don't I just write free candy on the side of it or something? I mean, I don't.
Oh, that is horrible.
Getting tickets to New York.
San Diego's the same way. I have a buddy of mine that used to do them all the time. It's not impossible though.
Why would it be hard?
A lot of those are also for the main. Again, I'm gonna apply for media passes. Nonetheless, I mean,
why would
why
get
not?
tickets hard?
San Diego sells out every year because they only do so many. I mean, they're in the 1,000 range, but they do sell out within a day, if not less than a day. When San Diego puts their tickets on sale, it happens every year whenever they do them. So you got to be quick with it and know the day that they're doing it. But I think New York's the same way. We have MegaCon out here in Orlando, which is huge. And that one, of course, is not on that same level. But I would say the big three that are probably would sell out big is going to be the New York Con, the San Diego Con, and the Emerald City.
So you named like all the big three that I would like to hit up. Now you left out the Chicago Con, and the Chicago Con is actually bigger than the New York Con, but because of the placement of the cities, they don't put it like that. But it is actually bigger than the New York Con. Now they don't have the whole like Funko set up. For some reason, it doesn't draw in the vendors that it should, but it is a really huge show.
I'd like to go to the toy fair.
I know what you're talking
year.
about, but I can't think of what it's called. It's called the something toy fair. They do the London toy fair and then the New York toy fair. Maybe I don't know if that's right or not. I'm sure JKL can tell us real quick if they hold that in New York.
Quick draw quickly. Hopefully this is in connection with the panel van, Wiener and Wormy. Please don't comment that this comment.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Look on the side of it. We'll paint like these little cartoon characters and we'll put free candy on it. And we're guaranteed to get trolls everywhere we go. I mean,
we're guaranteed to get pulled over every place
everywhere we go. Even the cops will troll us. Oh my God. It's so bad. Just a heads up, everybody. I'd never do that. I wouldn't ride with you like that. That would be hysterical, though. That would be hysterical. So this is what I think we should do, because this would be epic. If we could get a whole bunch of us there, maybe we can do the biggest mystery box unboxing on YouTube. I mean, wouldn't that be pretty cool? If we could get like 10 of us there all at once just to open the box, that'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be epic. I mean, that you want to talk about breaking the internet. It's hard to get tickets. I guess I almost bought them, not this year, but last year. And I had like months I could have bought these tickets. So I guess I just didn't know.
Here we go. This is on Bearded's territory. GalaxyCon.
The GalaxyCon in Virginia.
Things are all over the place, guys. I mean, there's cons all over even small ones, like the video I did for back in January, even the small ones. I mean, go to cons. If you want to see what they're at, keep an eye out, because there are even small ones you can go to. There's the ginormous ones. Like I said, I'd kind of put just Emerald City, San Diego, and New York as the big ones. Of course, San Diego is the granddaddy of them all. That's just the one everyone wants to go to, because that's the one where they make the biggest announcements. So that's always been a want for me is the San Diego one.
So the only thing I don't understand is, how do you actually buy Funkos at these cons? Because you can't just walk up to the counter and buy them. You have to have, it's another lottery system, and I don't understand how that works. I mean, there's no way to apply for it when you're like, if I'm going to buy tickets for the New York Con, there's nothing on there that says
I think you get in there and you have to be at the con, and I think you got to actually pay to get into the lottery.
JKL, how about hit me up on Instagram and tell me how I do that?
I'm man of all things.
Yeah, I mean,
JKL, of course, would know.
Yeah, I mean, how about like hook me and Chris up and let us know how you do that? I mean, there has to be a way. There's no toy fair. Well, I wonder where the toy fair is. I mean, because there's a big toy fair there's two of them. There's a London Toy Fair, and then there's another one, and I just don't remember what the other one is.
And eventually, I mean, that one's not, I think, much more down the road. I mean, especially since we got so many UK followers. I mean, I think the London Toy Fair would be absolutely a fun one to go.
Oh, I don't look. My goal is to travel to all these things. So look, I think JB from the Discovery Bay Comics. If y'all hadn't checked out his channel, I'm gonna give him a quick plug. Y'all should go check him out. Discovery Bay Comics. Go check that guy out. So he actually asked me, he kind of put me on the spot, and he says, where do I want the channel to go? And at the time, I really, I guess I'd never really thought about it. And I guess at some point, I wanted to pay for me to go to these things. I wanted to pay for me to go to these cons and hang out with you guys and chill. So at some point, I guess that's my goal, is to have the channel support me to be able to go do that kind of stuff. That is my goal. I mean, and I know that won't happen next year, but it's some years down the road maybe, but next year is the year that I would like to just kind of start venturing out to them, because it's not that hard. I mean, it's you jump in the car and start driving, right? And I'm just going to stay with JKL. I'm going to shack up in his place and sleep on his couch or something. I'll be the dude for the weekend.
I know. Yeah. We're just going to show up. We're going to show up with computers, mics, and lights, and
I'm just going to be dude.
We're going to hang out at JKL's place.
That's right. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to make videos in front of his wall. I'm going to be like, hey, this is what's up now. This is what we're doing. Just stand. Look, I'll be like, no, it's my turn now, JKL.
How you get to JKL is you hang out at his place, and then you start taking pops from this section.
That's right. Moving them over.
This section and start moving them over. Oh, it's driving him nuts. He'll have to take them all down and reorganize the entire thing.
I'll tell him my wall doesn't look like this at home, and I'll start moving.
Start putting the Star Wars with the Marvel people.
That's right.
With the whatever he's got.
Look, I had this figured out, and then the Dead Skeleton lives in California, so I'll just go like shack up on his couch for that show. Look,
we got Dead Skeleton and JB out there in California.
That's right. Look, so I'm methodically planning whose couch I'm going to sleep on. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's rough.
This may be one that I don't think we're gonna go.
There's no adult con. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna have Funko Pops there, and I don't think that would hit up the community very much. I mean, if you're gonna go into that direction, you gotta go to Vegas for that one.
If I was gonna think of a way that I was gonna get a YouTube strike, that's just not the YouTube strike that I'm going after. I mean, when it says not made for kids, I mean they're being serious, and you're like really trying to push it that it's not made for
that would
kids.
be the panel van with the wormy and the wiener
candy on the side of it. It's
Here, I'm going back to this comment that hold up. What has this live stream become?
Do you remember the old man on what was that called? What is it? The Family Guy. Got some candy in the basement. You boys want to come on down to the basement and get some candy?
Oh, this is just going from worse to even worse. I don't even have the words anymore.
Look, we could stop and we could look at people and be like, you want to play a game? Let's see who could take the most Tylenol PM without passing it. Look, all of that's from the Family Guy. I love that guy. I don't know why I like Herbert the pervert, but he's hysterical. He's hysterical. He is hysterical, but he's probably got a van.
You need to check with your wife first.
Say what?
Making a lot of plans without your wife.
Oh man, she's listening. She's listening to me right now.
I've already had conversations with Wayne about this, and his wife's there. She's all for it.
She's listening to me right now too. That's the bad thing. So by the time I get off of here, she'll be like, "Well, whose couch you going to sleep on?" Nobody's.
Here we go. We got JKL. You're welcome to stay, but hands off the pop. Hands off the plexiglass. If we come over there, he's gonna have like plexiglass with a lock on the front of those pops.
He's gonna be like,
we don't touch him.
Can't touch the pops. I'm gonna start putting them in my bag and shit. I'm gonna be like JKL. I got to send some mail. Oh man,
y'all are getting. We were just, like I said, I think a lot of times we always have certain plans with certain things that we're you guys are driving. Actually, today you guys are driving this show. So we appreciate it. And like I said, what's funny is Wayne and I are like this off the air.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just how we joke around.
This is nothing new. I mean, so let's talk about the New York the Walmart 10-inch pops. Did you were the one who told me about these? Because
those aren't coming out yet. It's not part of the whole Walmart con or whatever. And the thing is, the Walmart pops that they had come out, I think, other than the Superman one, they were weak as hell. And then the Target con, basically, they were just selling all those Disneyland items, and I did get 2 of those. Like I said, only because I had my sister was at Target and she found them. She's like, "Hey, you want these?" I'm like, "Sure." So I got those coming in, but
so the 10-inch pops are coming out in Walmart.
They're awesome, dude. No, the 10-inch are going to be Walmart. You can pre-order them right now. They don't come out till December. In December, like right before Christmas.
I think 23rd is what I seen.
Yeah,
December 23rd.
And it's four Marvel zombie pops. You got Hulk, Wolverine, Magneto, and Deadpool. 4. And you know how I fought 10-inch pops for so long?
Don't fight it.
Have all 4 of them. I gotta have all 4 of them. I don't care.
Don't fight it. Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you on these. I want all 4 of those, only because I've got a slight obsession for my 10-inch pops, and I can think of a shelf that they would look absolutely amazing on. So I really want the 10-inch pops. I want them a lot. I see that Pop the Heat said he has to go. Hey, look, we really appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's really awesome for y'all to stop by and hang out.
I might have to have Wayne, when I do Techbot After Dark, might have to have Wayne make me a little intro of a van.
Oh, I'll definitely make you an intro of a van. You shouldn't have said that, because now I'm just going to make one for fun. And I think I told you that, I kind of enjoy making those little intros and the stuff that I do. And even the little intro that you did that I need to make another one of, that we play at the end and the beginning of this one. So I need to make us some more of those. I really enjoy doing those. So now I'm going to have to make you one with a van. I think that I missed a chance on the Biggie album. If you haven't seen my opening of the Biggie album, make sure you go check that out. Quick shameless plug. It's probably done better than all of my videos the first 2 days of it being posted. I don't really know why, because but I missed an opportunity. Did I tell you this? I missed an opportunity.
Yeah, you were briefly telling me a little bit about it.
Well, the whole beginning, I think it's the Notorious, and it's the song Notorious. Notorious B.I.G., and he does song Notorious. Yeah, he has a whole skit at the beginning where he's talking on the phone. I missed that opportunity. I should have done that. I should have grabbed my cell phone, act like I was having that conversation right at the beginning, and then flowed into it. And it was today that I was just sitting there. I was looking at the lake, and it was like the light bulb. Y'all ever had that light bulb moment? It said, boom. I think that I'm going to revisit this video. So look, if I make a little music video, I'm not going to be singing, nothing like that. Just don't be surprised if you look on there and see this little 2-minute video of some dumbness, something stupid that I've come up with.
We're gonna have to do send footage back and forth to one another and do some sort of video. I think that would be funny as hell.
I'm with you. Hey, look, I am game.
We got Chase. Chase says he's got 3 out of the 4 of them already pre-ordered. Man, they're fantastic. They look awesome. And mind you, guys, with those 4 10-inches, we did verify. Wayne and I, we were on the website. If we know that they already brought those pops out in the small ones, completely different poses. They have differences between the small ones and the big ones, so they're not just identical replicas of those items.
Right. That was my question.
I'm gonna have 3 Wolverines. I'm going to have the regular one. I'm going to have the glow one. I'm going to have the 10-inch one.
Does that piss you off? Because that slightly pisses me off. It slightly pisses me off that they just keep recycling that. It's the Deadpool. You just opened one the other day that I don't have in the Deadpool Zombie that I really want. I mean, I really want that one, and I'm looking for that one. Where did that one come from? Can I buy that from somewhere? Is that like an Entertainment Earth, or what was it called again?
Wait, sorry, I got distracted by a barbarian comment.
Oh man, he's always trying to distract people.
Which 10-inch are we talking about?
No, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like keep that to not 10-inch. So you the other day you had this it's a little 3.5-inch Deadpool zombie, but he's holding a head.
Oh yeah, that was
It-
from the Marvel Collector Corps. He was holding like the he's up here somewhere. I don't remember.
so where does that one come from? Can I buy that somewhere or?
Yeah, you can only get it from Amazon.
Oh,
Those are the bi-monthly subscription
oh,
boxes.
you're joking.
You can still get that box. You can just buy that box and then just shut down your subscription afterwards. A lot of times they sell the old boxes for you to just sell one time later on.
Yeah, but there's no way of knowing, right?
Not well. I mean, afterwards, yeah. I mean, they after the initial shipment is sent out. I mean, they advertise what's in the boxes.
Do they? Okay, so I guess
they've got a whole separate Deadpool box.
Okay, so I guess I thought that all those boxes were different.
They're all different. It's a different theme every other month.
No. What I'm saying is, let's say you get that box, right? And I'm going to use Bearded Barbarian because he likes a lot of those boxes too. He gets the exact same box as you.
Yeah.
Are they going to be different?
No, the pops. Everything in that box is going to be identical.
I guess I thought they were different. I thought that they were changing up what zombie pops were in there because I had seen somebody pull some different zombie pops. You were the first one I seen pull that Deadpool zombie pop, which is pretty hot, by the way.
Yeah, that was really awesome one.
Yeah, that's a pretty hot pop. I like that one. That is a pretty hot pop.
I like the Red Skull, but I think the hard part with doing the Red Skull was the fact that, I mean, he's already a skull anyways. How you can't have anything melt off of him or skin falling off him because I mean,
so
there wasn't much more to do with that pop. That was the only downside with that one.
JKO, you should definitely take that. Look, you can have that idea. I won't even get upset with you. When that comes in, make sure you like do your intro with like the whole, what does he say? He says, tell little ski to something. Oh, it's such an epic part of that. Anyways, it's such an epic drop in the music world that you should definitely use that. But remember, you can't use his because they will copyright strike you.
Yeah.
You're going to have to use your own. I mean, you're going to have to remember it.
Barbarian had me he had me laughing for this one. I got sidetracked. New name for the podcast, popped by 10-inch.
Hey, I'm just not thinking that's gonna work. I mean, we're gonna name it. Y'all be patient. Be patient. I'm just not thinking that we're gonna name it anything wood 10-inch or pop the 10. I don't see any of that happening. I mean, I just don't. I mean, how do I tell somebody to come watch our podcast? Hey, we're the wood 10-inch.
We're the 10-inchers here.
we got the rape van out front. I just don't think that's happening. I mean, I don't see that like being a realistic.
I see our audience growing from there.
I don't see that being a realistic thing. Me doing.
Yeah. And even. I think your light back there is projecting something. You think there's something behind you.
There is nothing behind me. So I got these really cool lights that are actually supposed to be outside. They're so those lights you see are landscape lights that you can change all these crazy colors. And I was going to put it in my landscape, but then I thought that people would stop and tell me that my house was on fire because I tend to like get crazy with stuff. So it would probably be bright red out there to make sure all the neighbors thought I was some kind of like antichrist so that they wouldn't come talk to me. I mean, because I'm pretty like anti people to begin with. So, I mean, I just thought that it was a bad idea, but it just shines up on my pops I have sitting there. And those really are a lot of my older pops. So there must be something like in one of those it's like clear cubes. So it must be something in one of those clear cubes that has that crazy like look to it back there.
Just a heads up, like if you got that box, you want to do the subscription boxes next month, which is stupid because typically at the bottom of every box they have this little card in there that tells you what it's going to be for the next one. So that way we know what the theme is for the next one. Now, of course, in the box it does show you all the items that was in the box, and this is the same thing everybody gets. But what's stupid was I did the same thing. Chase just pointed out the next one is Infinity Saga. But in the box this month, when I pulled it, when I get my box, I notice a lot of people get theirs before me, and I see videos go up. So I really try to ignore anything. I try to ignore Amazon until I open up my box. So I open up my box, and it just says this, coming soon, Marvel. I'm like,
Another Marvel box.
That could be anything.
Right.
And then, of course, I went on Amazon afterwards and it said it's going to be Infinity Saga. So my only guess is they decided what the theme of that box was going to be after they made those cards.
Right. Most likely. Look, and stuff like that happens. Maybe the pops that they were going to do in the next box they couldn't get their hands on, and so they just had to like change gears at the last minute. I mean, there's no telling. I kind of like that name, but this is the way I feel about naming it like that. Is I feel like you're still dividing us as a group, and at some point, me and Chris have talked about making this podcast just one channel. So we're talking about making a separate channel just for the podcast. So I think that maybe it should have a name that's not related to us, right? It should have something that's a little different. And when we do decide to do that, and it's going to be some time from now, but the time that we do, we'll make sure that everybody knows, and we'll get everybody to come join it, and it'll just be a lot of fun. And so I don't like the separation there. At some point, we're going to have to like come up with Funko friends, and we're just going to hug it out. I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to be like Funko buddies.
I got to go to this con just because of what it's called. Cowtown Con.
I'm game. We're going to go to Cowtown Con. I don't know that I'm game for that one. I think
we're going to go to Cowtown Con as long as you can take us out there and we can go do some actual cow tipping.
So I think that's like a 23-hour drive for me from my house to Texas. So I just don't see that happening. And I want to say that it's probably equally as far for you. It's
about, actually for me, it's because I can make it to Louisiana and I think about like New Orleans in about 10, 12 hours. But I don't know where that con is. I mean, Texas, when I was moving from Vegas to Florida, Texas is a big goddamn state. You don't realize how big that state is until you're trying to drive through the damn thing. You know, but it depends on where within that state is. But I mean, I would definitely, if it's Texas, I'd be flying.
It would definitely have to be a flight. That's not one of them I can drive to. So that one won't be happening next year. But I mean, so yeah, I was kind of trying to read that, but then I was trying to listen to you, so I didn't really get a chance to. I didn't really like sit down and read it.
Yeah, and they put them on sale from time to I just checked it recently. They didn't have any of the marked down at 10, but they had some that were marked down to like $10.
I put up the OTT with G.
I was just trying to read that
one. you know, that's kind of the life I live. My wife keeps complaining, "Where's the light going?" Well, I don't know, babe. Somebody's taking them. Oh, it's pretty awesome.
Hey, that's an interesting one.
What is an interesting? Yeah, I seen that on Funko Family Podcast. I mean, at some point we're gonna have to sit down and decide what we're doing with it, and then we'll run with it.
Wayne is writing all these down, and
yes,
like I
am.
said, we just like everything, just like the Patreon, we don't just make decisions very quick. Him and I are not very quick decision makers. We have to stew on this stuff for a little while.
I think it's the difference between like being 20 and being 40, right? I mean, when you were 20, you just jumped up and you made a decision and you went with it, and you probably got some teeth knocked out over it. When you're 40, you're like, well, hold on for a minute. Let me think about this. Yeah, it's like let me think about this for a minute before I like make a irrational decision. But it's look, we really appreciate y'all's suggestions. Like he said, like Chris said, I write them down here in my little book. So if you're ever wondering like what I'm doing, I'm kind of like marking stuff out and writing stuff down. And it's kind of like I have on here the different cons everybody was speaking about. So because if you've ever been online and you've tried to like just search cons, they're really not that easy to find. You'll find like a bazillion cons in podunk nowhere and none within 100 miles of you. So so y'all making those suggestions, I just write them down so I can look them up later.
Did we decide if Bearded gets a vote yet?
What's he getting a vote in?
As long as the name has nothing to do with Wormy or Wiener, especially Wiener, I think we're okay.
His votes seem to scare me a lot of times because it just they're off there somewhere like wanting me to make a Wiener van that's not going to go good. Look, I can find other ways.
But you got to remember, he's emphasizing the panel van.
I can find other ways. No, I can find other ways for somebody to like throw stuff at me as I'm going down the road, right? I mean, I can find other ways to piss somebody off other than to like just try and piss somebody off. It's like, oh, let me make this as obvious as possible. When we put curtains in the windows too.
I agree with you, pop culture, but we've already
Wayne
named
bot.
something else the Wayne bot,
Wayne bot.
and Barbarian owns him.
Yeah, what Barbarian has the Wayne bot?
So that's got a whole different meaning now, and that got established real early on.
Yeah, he's got the Wayne bot kicking. That's probably why he did so good at the con. He's trying to pretend like he didn't. He's like, oh, they pissed everybody off, and then next week we'll see a video of him with a whole stack of cons. He'll be like this. He'll be flexing. He'll be like, I just wanted to flex.
Oh no, he's got to have that axe in his hand though.
The axe. He'd be like, I just want to flex with his.
I'm still waiting for him one of these days to take that axe and be like, oh.
so you know what? I
just sliced right through it.
I did a mystery box opening like a battle with a bearded barbarian. If y'all haven't seen that, I'm going to do another shameless plug. This one's been like, it was probably at the beginning of the year, maybe even it was at the beginning of the year, maybe even the little into December. We did this together. I think that was
before we even met.
It's been a while, and so I opened the box with this tomahawk that I have just sitting around my house. I don't really know why I have a tomahawk just sitting around my house, but I do, which I don't judge me for. But I have a tomahawk that's just laying around my house. So I opened it.
Every night. That's why he's away from his neighbors, because every now and then he just likes to run circles around the house. Holding a tomahawk.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, I got to cut that nonsense out. Anyway, so he says the Wayne bot's working very well. I'm telling you, that's how he's. I'm telling you, he's just flexing on us right now. He's like,
antiquated.
He's just flexing on us right now.
Wow.
Surely he's gonna be like, check out. He's gonna be like, Top Pops wasn't the only one that got him all.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna be like, check out my stash. Oh man. So
yes, I think he already did write down Wayne Tech Popcast.
Yes,
I was already in there. That is a good one. I do like that one.
But I'm gonna write it back down again. I don't know if you guys like keep these so I tend to keep these little like books on hand, and then I just write everything down in them. And here's the other thing, I never throw them away. So if I ever like have a question as to what I did at this time and at this day, I just kind of go back and look at it. And even if I have to scroll through half of it to find what I'm looking for, they're just always there.
See, what's funny is I've completely changed though. My wife's like that. She's she still does the whole notebook. She still likes to have the actual calendars hanging on the wall everywhere, or a calendar book or something like that, or even an address book. She still keeps an address book around somewhere, I believe. And I'm just like, why? You got that? Put that stuff in your phone. Be environmentally friendly. Come on.
Look at my phone. My phone decides when it's gonna like remind me, when it's not gonna remind me, and then the dentist calls me and says, "Hey, Wayne, are you here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm still at home. What do you mean? Am I there?" It just doesn't work for me. So I have to write things down. Let's see. Wait, everybody doesn't wait. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't everybody just have a tomahawk sitting in their house? I mean, I thought that was a pretty common thing. I mean, just have a tomahawk, and I'm thinking maybe I need like one of those swords, like that were off of what was it, William Wallace? I'm trying to think of what movie that was. What movie was that?
No, that was Oh, I know Tori's gonna hit me up on this. I think we're talking about
what movie was that?
That was Mel Gibson, William Wallace, Braveheart.
Braveheart. You remember that big sword he had? I mean,
yeah.
Everybody, I need to get me one of those, because it's just something everyone needs in their house. You got to have that big sword so that you can just grab it every once in a while and wave it around, knock your TV down, do some karate in the garage.
I have a machete.
I have one of those too.
Here's another idea, though. I got to give this one to JK. I do like this one too.
What do we got? What do we got?
The Chase Variant Podcast.
The Chase Variant Podcast. I kind of like that one.
That's a different one. It's interesting.
I kind of like that one. That one is interesting. They're all really great ideas, and we really appreciate y'all giving them to us. At some point, look, we've talked about it, and our channels need to get in a different place to actually do that. I had a kid yell at me
about something in a debate. I was thinking about putting a toaster in the bathtub. I'm at a loss for words with that one. I have nothing to comment on that one, but that's funny as hell.
Yeah, look, I don't debate people. I've found lately that it's better for me.
We know what happens when you sit there and
It's just
debate
better
people.
for me to keep my 2 cents out of things. You're probably not going to like my opinion to begin with, and the funny thing is, there was a point in my life where some of the stuff that people say and some of the stuff that people think they probably were correct on, but if they knew me now, that's just not who I am. I'm the most positive person. I want to stay positive, and if you're not positive, I will get away from you because you need to be positive. It's a look. I think somebody told me not too long ago. They were like, "Man, Mondays suck." No, they don't. Man, you can't live your life thinking that Mondays are horrible. That's why more people have heart attacks on Monday than any other day of the week, because they wake up and they're like, man, this Monday sucks. You can't live your life like that. You have to wake up every day and be like, all right, this is going to be a great day. Even if it's not a great day, at least I went into it with the idea that it was going to be a great day. Exactly. Right? I mean, I woke up, I was 6 feet above the ground.
Yeah, write this one. That's a creative one too.
I am writing that one down too.
Bearded does say, he's like, I gotta put up 2 comments real quick. He says, just bought an epic new axe to open soon.
I bet he did.
I'm gonna look forward to hearing that. And of course, K Titus says, I have a wife more dangerous than any old sword.
I agree with that too.
Ain't that the truth?
That is absolutely the truth. I'm hoping that she's not listening to me talking
and
about.
I'm pretty sure my wife is listening, and she's gonna come back. What'd you say?
You're not getting a sword. I'm gonna get me a ninja sword next. I'm gonna do some ninja shit. Oh man. Hey, so at some point in my life, I kind of decided that I wasn't going to be so serious, and I wasn't going to take life so serious. So I can laugh at stuff like that because I'm just not taking life that serious. And maybe I did brain damage to myself when I jumped off my house as a kid with a trash bag, thinking it would work as a parachute. I mean, maybe that happened too. I mean, maybe there's a little brain damage going on.
We're not writing this one down, by the way.
No,
we're not.
See, we want to give you a vote. We really do. We try hard to think that we should give you a vote, and then you come in here with something like that instead of being like, "Oh, they're going to be the epic axe handlers." Nope, not what you came in with.
JK said had to do a spit take. That's awesome.
All right, man. Are you about ready to wrap this one up today?
Oh man, this one was interesting. We went in with one idea and came out with another.
This was a fun one, guys. If you didn't get the pops that you were after, it's okay. Just let it go. They're gonna make 50 more just like it in a few months.
And the thing is, regardless whether we can, just like we said in San Diego Con, regardless of whether we complain, whether we like, there's 2 things to think about. One, the hunt sometimes is more interesting than the initial gratification, because when you find that item on the hunt, you're going to be even more excited for it because you did miss it initially and now you got it. So that's even funner. 2, it's Funkos. Come on, people. Let's be realistic. We're still going to buy them whether we complain about them or not.
They're going to make 50 more of the same pop.
Oh, yeah.
Same pop. They'll have 50 more of them here in the next 6 months.
Exactly. So it gives us something to talk about. But in the end, we're still going to buy them. We're still going to look for them. We still love collecting them. We still love talking about them. And that's just the way it is.
It's funny that someone stole my lights. I don't think I was laughing at you. I think that I was laughing. I think I was laughing at the idea that I have yard lights all throughout my house so that I can like light stuff up. And you were saying that somebody stole your lights. Well, my wife probably thinks the same thing. She probably thinks somebody's stealing her lights. Oh no, I'm just taking them so I can put lights in the videos. So they're ending up in the house where they should be in the yard.
Wait, Wayne has no Christmas lights on his house. Yeah. They're all inside.
They're all in the studio. They're all in the studio. I'm like, nope, we don't need those out there. What are they doing out there? Light the pop up better. Hey, I see Fox showed up. I haven't seen
Foxy showed up. Foxy, man.
Fox, you showed up right at the end, buddy. You should have been here sooner.
That's
we miss you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Actually, Fox would have added some cool stuff into today's show. But anyways, guys, we always want to thank you guys for joining. We have some great shows coming up that we've been talking about. Of course, I think we I don't know exactly which weeks we're doing stuff, but we've got another great edition of What's in Their Collection. as well as another spicy challenge. I think that's going to come up in about 2 weeks. I think that's what we talked about. So I don't know who's going to be on there. I know both JKL and Remy, the comic book poser, have all expressed interest, and we will definitely be talking to them as far as what challenge we do. But we are going to do another challenge, and I will have my milk on the side to keep my lips cool.
Hold on, pause real quick. Hold that thought. So I read this OTT, right? And for some reason, I didn't read the end. And this is where like my EDD comes in. So I see the OTT with G, right? And I'm thinking that we were talking about lights and someone stealing them. Then I go back and read this again, and it's OTT's wife.
Oh, I just saw that.
I am really sorry that someone stole your lights. I would probably check with your husband and see if he has any ideas to where they are.
They're probably hiding somewhere in the house.
I just caught that. Hey, it's really awesome that you have OTT in front of your name. I think that's great.
Oh yeah, yes, we have OTT with G, and we have OTT's wife.
This is why we don't have nice things. Yes.
What's the challenge? Right. We're going back between two of them. I think we talked about either the spicy noodle.
All right, so I don't think the spicy noodle is where we want to live, right? I think maybe we want to do the chip challenge, but
I'm thinking the one chip challenge.
I'm thinking the one chip challenge too. I think the one chip challenge is where we want to go on that one. And whoever wants to jump in, let's let them jump in. I mean, let's do it. That thing's gonna be hot though.
It's gonna be hot. And if you think my reaction was weird last time, oh, guarantee it'll be even worse. Like I said, I do like hot things, by the way, but that reaction was 100% pure.
You know, I agree with you, and I eat a lot of hot stuff, so it wasn't no surprise to me that I was able to handle it, because I really do. When I say that, I'm not joking. I mean, I like my wings hot. I don't get my wings mild. I want my wings like in your face. So it wasn't no surprise to me that I could handle it, but it was hot. I mean, there's no beef about it. That it was hot, and if I would have gotten it on my lips like you did, oh man, I knew better. That's why I stuck it in my mouth past my lips. I knew better than to let it.
I screwed up. I let it touch my lips. Ultimate screw up.
I knew better than to let that touch my lips. I knew that it would set me on fire, and that's where you messed up.
Yep, but mind you, that is coming before the end of this month. And then of course, I think we talked about dressing up in what I don't know yet, but for our Halloween show on the 30th. So mind you, lots of good things coming up. Wayne, what do you got coming up next week?
Next week is going to be all about my cancer awareness. So, look, I said it at the beginning of this video. I'm going to say it again. This is my month where I wear pink. It's a great cause. So anytime I can find a pink that is donating money, a shirt that is donating money to the breast cancer awareness, I'm all about like buying that shirt. And this month is kind of my month to wear them. Now I don't wear them after this month. It's just, this is my way of making a statement, kind of like the No Shave November. I don't participate in No Shave November, but I respect people that do. And this is the month that I wear pink. So next week, all of my videos, I'll have a pink shirt on. It's just what I'm doing. I mean, and don't forget to head over there, check out our Patreons. We got our Patreon only giveaway coming up. Now, remember that they're both separate. So if you want to get in both of our Patreon only giveaways, you're going to have to go to Chris's Patreon. Then you're going to have to come to my Patreon. But this is what I'm going to say. Even if you join both of our Patreons, that's still less than the price of a pop. I mean, so even if you join both of them, you're still paying less than the price of a pop. And we did that on purpose. We thought about this and planned it out for a really long time. If that's something you're into, go check that out. Now, not next week, but the week after, I think it's going to be my WayneKo. So maybe that week I'm going to dress up as something every video. I don't really know. You'll just have to come over and find out.
Watch and see. For me this week, again, I'll have a video probably coming out at least by tomorrow, because this whole week has been thrown off, and hopefully next week I'll get back on schedule. I know I've got some. Just get some more mystery boxes coming. I've got some Galactic. I don't know which ones I'm going to do yet. I've got a lot of another Mikey Vintage box coming. I've got 2 Candyman boxes coming. And in fact, those ones I'm actually going to be doing. This is something it's going to do new, because my daughter has been chomping at the bits to be on a video. So I've decided we're going to do a father-daughter battle.
That'll be awesome.
So that should probably be coming up late next week if those boxes come in. They seem to be taking forever. But we got that. Like I said, we got lots of fun stuff coming up. But definitely stay tuned. Next week, probably I'll do another quick Instagram live next Thursday, kind of saying what we're going to be talking about for next week. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't followed myself or Wayne on Instagram, Patreon, or wherever you can find us, it's in the description down below. Don't forget to smash that like button. Leave us a comment if you got any other questions afterwards, or if you're watching the replay. We appreciate you watching the replay, and if you got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And as always, hit that subscribe button, hit those post notifications, so that way you guys get notified when we go live.
Thank you for hanging out with us, guys.
That's what we got.
Yes, we truly appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, guys, or this evening or today. Remy, make sure you take care of that, bud. We totally understand, man. Have a good night.
All right, guys. You have a great one. Enjoy.